So let's start at the beginning. So this is the Six of Cups. Now the Six of Cups, Scorpio, can also stand for you. This is a card that delineates Scorpio as well. It is upside down, so it does feel like you're a little frustrated. And this may be frustrated in love, because cups are about love or feelings. So this may be normally right side up, it's messages from the past. So you may have connected with someone from the past and feel a little frustrated about it, or the communication is a little dodgy. It may feel like there is some hidden agendas, is what I'm feeling. It is right next to this theft card. So this may be, say, a married person that's hitting on you, but something is not in integrity, and it does feel like you know it. So follow your intuition, your first mind, sweet Scorpio, but it does feel like somebody's trying to pull the wool over your head, and you know about it. So this may have been someone that you were lovers with in the past, or someone you were friends with, because it does look like it involves the heart. But trust yourself first and foremost. The 10 is here, and usually that is happy home. It's all about happy home. And the Pentacles are about physical things, material things, or money. So it does look like your money might be coming into focus a little bit. So this does feel like a distraction to keep you away from making your money and making your house a happier place. So don't be distracted by somebody else's wishes and desires, because it doesn't feel like they are being honest with you, even though they are expressing some desire to you, is what it feels like. But it also feels like that it is standing in the way of you progressing forward. It is kind of a distraction for you. So if you can maintain your focus a little bit and remember what your journey is about and your desires, I think you'll be a little better off. You may have to leave this person in the dust if it is not healthy for you, or if it is deemed not healthy for you. It does feel like they are lying either to you or to someone else. So this may be someone who is attached to someone that is trying to come into your love life. So the 9 is here, the 9 of Wands. So it does look like it's time to clean out closets, either physically, emotionally, spiritually, or mentally. It does look like you are currently doing that, Scorpio, but it does require a little bit more time, a little bit more effort. It does look like you might be looking back at the past, at things that you have already released. I'm feeling like this has something to do with maybe being a little lonely for those single folks. It does feel like a little bit of isolation has happened, or a little love isolation. So you may be a little lonely. Be careful what you create when you are in that lonely space, Scorpio. It does look like you can create quite a tumultuous situation. So keep going forward. Remember what your vision is. Don't get distracted by anybody else's wants or needs or desires, because it doesn't feel like they are being above ground, above board. They are being a little bit deceptive, shall we say, deceptive, and presenting that to you and others. You're not the only one swept up in this, it feels like. So, but it does feel like continue your journey of cleaning things out, getting on the page that you want to. It feels like it's for a higher purpose, like you might be cleaning out your house for the next 6 months. So when you're ready to move, you'll be able to do so. Or when you're ready to paint, you'll be able to do so. But it does look like you're physically clearing out your closet, your garage, and you also have physically cleaned out some friendships that are not conducive to growth, or were one-sided. So it does feel that will continue through the end of the year. What is in the past is the Devil. This is basically just a test. It does feel like it's next to the Six of Cups, which is upside down. So this may be either a lover or a friendship or something from the past. Could be an old job that wants you back. But it does feel like it's a test. You have made an agreement with Spirit or with yourself to make some changes, and you have done a lot of those changes. So this is kind of a little, are you sure? Spirit going, are you sure you want to make that change? Are you sure you don't want him as a lover? Are you sure you don't want her as a friend type of thing. So it does look like it's a test. It does look like something that has either just happened or has happened a little while ago. So it is in the past position. It does feel like you have passed that test, but it does look like it was very hard and pulled on your heart. So it may have to do with a past love or lover. The Judgment is here. It does feel like you've been a little hard on yourself lately, Scorpio. Maybe you didn't pass this test and you're being a little judgmental on yourself. It is a higher echelon card, so it is something that you're working on, and is something, it does feel like you have revisited this over and over, and you're pretty much done. You're pretty much done making these decisions that you know are not healthy for you and then beating yourself up. You know, if you're going to make those decisions, just be with it and make the changes that are more healthy the next time. But it does feel like you're holding yourself to a very high standard that no one can achieve this type of perfection. So be a little kinder to yourself. Stop beating yourself up and just take that lesson if it was a negative one, and learn from it, and make those decisions next time from a more informed and wiser place. But it does feel like you're being super hard on yourself. Everybody makes mistakes, Scorpios. That's how we learn. That's what we're here for. So this is the 7. This is the 7 of Swords, and this does feel like a lie. This feels like a fear. This feels like someone is presenting something to you that is jive or BS, and that you know it. So don't discount your own intuition. Don't discount that inner voice that says, no, this is not right. This is not right. So it does feel like they're going to try to convince you. This can be interpersonal. This can be love or work. But it does feel like you know what's going on, and what's being presented is jive. So follow your first mind always, and challenge this. I'm feeling Spirit saying to challenge this right away. Don't go along with it just for the heck of it, but to challenge it. The Chariot is here, the basis of fear, and this is about balance and moving forward. It is right next to the Judgment, so it does feel like you are working on that. You are working on not being so hard on yourself, moving forward. The Chariot also can be travel in style, so you may be saving for a trip, or have your eye on a trip or a vision of something that you want to do. This wings and red insignia are kind of lighting up for me that it is a self-healing. So you may be going on some kind of journey. You may be going to a self-help convention. You may be going to the beach to heal yourself. But it does look like wherever you have in mind of going, it is something so you can just rest and relax. And it has nothing to do with work. You get to heal yourself. And it's not a family visit either, because that is not a vacation. We all know that's not a vacation. So this is something that you wanted to do, and it is in your sights now. So it does feel like just kind of honing in, saving your money, and making those plans. This does feel like something that may be happening in the spring, or from now to the spring. It does feel like it's a very large type of journey. So you may be going over the water, a long distance from your home. But the Chariot is here, and it really is here to validate us that you are finding your balance and you are moving forward. The Page of Cups is here. Pages are about messages. Cups are about love, marriage, engagement, taking an emotional risk. So for those single Scorpios, this may be the long-awaited date you've been looking for. Or you may have had your eye on that really hot gal at the coffee shop, and it might be time to ask them out. But it does look like courage in love and change in love is happening. For those of you in committed relationships, it does look like either new beginnings or refining that love, finding the balance, or even recommitting to yourself, recommitting to your relationship. It also can mean a child that is a water sign. I don't want to disclude that. So Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, this can involve a child. But it does feel like up in your game in the love space, that you're either being open and ready to receive love if you haven't, redoing your love commitment to one another, or either helping a water sign child that you love. So the next one is kind of the card where it's the 7. You have a couple of 7s, so it does feel like you're perfecting things in your world. This is kind of the rose-colored glasses card. So pull off those rose-colored glasses, see things as they truly are, and then you can resolve from that place, not from a place of wishing. But it also can mean your highest desires, bringing in your highest desire and your dreams into the physical realm. So be realistic about that. Pull off the rose-colored glasses, see what your capabilities are. And it may mean, redoing your bucket list too. It does feel like you have met and mastered a lot of the challenges that you've put out in the world for yourself. And now it is time to re-up, do a new bucket list or take a look at things. So this may have something to do with this jive that's happening. That's kind of like bathing you with BS. You know what the truth is, so follow your heart and follow your information first and foremost. But it does look like don't make any plans based on somebody else's ideas, only of yours. But it does feel like you're in the middle of some jive. You are in the middle of some jive. And the 10 of Swords kind of validates you're right in the middle of the jive. You know what's going on. Trust your intuition. You have done this before. This may even be an affair. This may be something that you know that is not healthy. It looks like some action that you have done in the past that you stopped that may have reared its ugly head. This can be addiction as well. This could just be a venomous relationship that is not healthy for you, that you've already felt this pain. You've already felt this betrayal. So take a look at that and don't make the same mistake twice. You know the right path to go. And I know Scorpio, you guys are really driven sometimes sexually. I'm a Scorpio too, so I know what I'm talking about on this. So it does feel like you need to pass some of the open windows. If you know it's out of integrity, keep going. Keep going, because the Page of Cups is here to reward you if you do pass those open windows. But it does feel like this is coming if you make this mistake again. The Page of Pentacles is here. That's usually messages. Pentacles are about material things, so you may be getting an offering for either a new job. This may be good news regarding money, material goods, worldly ambition. This is it feels something that you started the seeds on a number of months ago, and you may be hearing back from either a job that you applied for months ago and forgot about. This could be maybe the stock market is being kind to you, but it does feel like there is some positive information coming to you, either about money, material goods, or an ambitious endeavor that you would like to create. On the other side of this is the 3. It does feel like you may have to wait to make a decision, collect all the information. It does feel like you have let go of maybe some behaviors or ideas that were out of line for you. It does feel like wait a moment, don't jump until all of the information is presented to you. It is right next to the betrayal, so you may need to collect more information, connect the dots before you make your final decision on should I stay, should I go, what should I do. This also does feel like it may involve moving to a new state, a new city, a new country. It does look like it is a long-term plan that you're thinking about. Some part of it has changed, but it does look like in general you are kind of looking off to the future and trying to make an educated decision. So, sweet Scorpio, that is your general reading for the month of September. Let me throw a couple of the chakra cards. Prayer. So it does look like you are connecting with the God of your heart, your higher self. Ask for wisdom from your higher self if you are a little confused or get conflicting ideas from people in a body. And growth. Yes, you are right in the middle of growth, sweet Scorpio, and you know it. So don't take the bait. Don't go backwards. You have grown so much in just these last 12 to 18 months. So you want to keep that motion going. So if it feels like jive, it is. Trust your intuition over anyone else's information always.